Skinny Hardaway Southern T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing, MMA parlays, predictions every single day, not just today. Today we're here with a little news that you could use. Some breaking news. Uh, we got Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant. They have finally agreed to fight one another. If most people remember, Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo's dust up, the slapping incident, right, went viral. The story was Caleb Plant felt offended, right, because Jermall Charlo was talking to him crazy, right, and he kept pulling on his beard, right, kept touching his face. And Caleb Plant was like, any man, you know what I mean, alive, if you keep, touching on his face and pulling his beard, would have reacted like that. Jermall Charlo came out a little later and he actually apologized. He said, yeah, he was grabbing on his beard. Jermall Charlo was actually the one that said that he was grabbing on his beard first. And then Caleb Plant confirmed that that's why the event happened. So Jermall Charlo came out and he apologized for it. But he also said, in the interview in his last fight that he was going to get that, Caleb Plant smoke as well. So it looks like, the question has been, when is Jermall Charlo going to return? Right? It's still a question, how serious is he taking it, right? But he is making a return. The date for them have been set for May 31st, but there is a small caveat. They have a fight in between before that, right? So they're going to get a tune-up fight. Jermall Charlo, right? Caleb Plant, they're going to get a tune-up fight, and then they'll fight one another. If both win, they're playing fight, the first fight playing before their fight on May 31st. So we're going to get two Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo fights, right? They're going to have a tune-up fight, and then they'll fight one another. Mike Coppinger dropped this story. Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo on a collision course for a long-awaited showdown this fall. But first, they'll have to co-headline a May 31st card in Las Vegas in separate fights, told The Ring. Plant, the former super middleweight champion, will fight Jose Armando Resendez in the 12-round main event on the PBC Prime video event available to subscribers. In the co-feature, Charlo will meet Thomas Lamana. If both Plant and Charlo win as expected, they both figured to be heavy betting favorites in the merge injured. The plan calls for them to fight in the merge uninjured. The plan calls for them to fight one another at 168 pounds later this year. The bad blood between Plant and Charlo stemming from the July 23rd backstage incident at the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence weigh-in after Charlo apparently insulted Plant and yanked his beard. Plant responded with a slap to the face. Plant, 33, 2, and 14, has only fought once since the incident and entertained a ninth-round KO of Trevor McCumbee in September. Charlo, 33 and 0, 22 KOs, has also competed only once in a 10-round unanimous decision over Jose Benavidez, November 23rd. Charlo, 34, will end the 18-month layoff with his return bout versus Lamana. Charlo is a former middleweight champion who will now campaign at super middleweight. His twin brother, Jermall Charlo, is the former undisputed champion at 145. Plant, 2 losses came against the sports elite, Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. Plant is the ring's number 4 boxer at the 168-pound division. He'll meet Resendez in his second bout since March 23rd decision defeat sent to Jose Benavidez. Resendez, 15 and 2, 11 KOs, burst onto the scene the same month with the 10-round KO over former champion Jarrett Hurt in the upset. Jarrett Hurt in the upset. He spelled Jarrett Hurt wrong. He put Jarrett Hurt. Mike Coppinger. His name is Jarrett Hurt, not Jarrett Hurt. In his next fight, the Mexican was stopped in round 8 by Elijah Garcia. Resendez, 26, has only fought once since September 23rd. His September 23rd loss, a 5th-round TKO to a novice fighter named Fernando Plaza. Lamana, 39-5-1, 18 KOs, has won 9 fights against limited opposition since the first round KO, lost to Israelandi Lara. In his long title challenge, Cornflake Lamana, 33, is from New Jersey. This event is slated to take place at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Nevada. Right, so that's the full story. Pretty much said the same things that I said, right? But this news, it just broke as of right now, right? So they'll both have a May 31st Vegas date set where they're going to fight on the same card, and then later on this year they're going to meet up in a battle if both fighters win their fight on May 31st, as you know, everybody is thinking they should, right? But I am glad this fight is happening. I'm glad that Jermall Charlo is making a return. Y'all know Jermall Charlo, one of my favorite fighters. You also know that I'm actually pretty close to Caleb Plant. He's also one of my favorite fighters, right? So I am excited about this. I don't know Charlo personally, right? I have met Caleb Plant on several occasions, right? You know what I mean? So this fight right here is one that I'm excited about. It is one that I hold kind of near and dear to me. You know what I mean? I didn't really hear anything about these two fighting up until, you know, this news just broke. I know, you know, the boxing world had been asking, you know, for a while now, right? When is Charlo coming back? Well, the Charlo's coming back May 31st. He's coming back on the same card as Caleb Plant, and they'll be fighting one another later on in this year. You know, so that gives us something to look forward to. Took, you know, PBC a little while, but once the PBC Prime Video got going, they you know, they have been delivering. You know what I mean? But Charlo and Caleb Plant, they have a feature and a co-feature main event. Caleb Plant's the main event. Charlo is the co-feature. They're going to fight on the same card May 31st, and then after that, they'll be meeting one another at a later date to be given. But that's all I got for y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too long. It's getting Hardaway Sudden T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.